Hi guys, we're going to continue working on writing our polynomials when we are given the roots or the zeros of a polynomial. So in this case, what we're working with are those that have irrational roots, meaning that it's not just a set of whole numbers or fractions that we can work with. We have to think a little bit more about what to do when there are radicals in the root. So we're going to start with example 3. We know that x is equal to 1 plus the square root of 7, and we know that x is equal to negative 2 plus the square root of 5. So in order to get started on this, what we want to do on the first root is subtract 1 from both sides. So we'll get x minus 1 is equal to the square root of 7. Then we have to consider the fact that we need to actually square this radical expression in order to have a number that we can work with, or a whole number that we can work with. So what we're going to do is square both sides of the equation to cancel out this radical. So we're going to square both sides of the equation in order to cancel out that radical. So we're going to get, on the left side, when we square this binomial x minus 1, remember that's kind of like foiling it out, you would get x squared minus 2x plus 1, and that's going to equal 7. Now all we have to do is get this set equal to 0 by subtracting 7 from both sides. And when we subtract 7 from both sides of the equation, we will get x squared minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. So the factor we can use from this root is x squared minus 2x plus 1. We're going to let that sit there for a moment and move on to our other root to find its factor. Undoing all the math there to get it set equal to 0, we're going to add 2 to both sides of the equation. So we have x plus 2 is equal to the square root of 5. And again, because we have a radical expression, we need to square both sides of the equation to cancel that radical out. So we're going to square both sides of the equation. When we square x plus 2, the binomial x plus 2, again, it's kind of like foiling it out with itself. You're going to get x squared plus 4x plus 4 is equal to the number 5. Now, in order to get this set equal to 0, we're going to subtract 5 from both sides, and we get x squared plus 4x minus 1 equals 0. So now that it's set equal to 0, we know this is the factor that we can use. That means that we need to multiply these two trinomials together. So x squared minus 2x plus 1 will need to be multiplied with x squared plus 4x minus 1. When we get through that entire process of multiplying that, we will end up with the answer that is x to the 4th plus 2x cubed minus 15x squared minus 22x plus 6. And that will be the polynomial in the least degree after we've multiplied these two factors together.